Hello, hello. Welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, as you can see, I opened a few cards. It's very interesting because we might be talking here about people who have some kind of issue, listen to me well, with the fact that you are emotionally fulfilled. This is what we are talking about here. The main subject, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So we might be talking about family members, toxic family members. It doesn't have to be. But there is here a dissatisfaction, right, from people. This is the main subject, the dissatisfaction, the emotionally dissatisfaction, because it kind of feels that in you, in relationship with other people, what we have, it is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, we are talking about your emotional fulfillment. We are talking about your self-confidence, your peace, your relationship with yourself, getting to a place where you believe in yourself, in your wish fulfillment, all those kind of things. With the Ten of Cups here in reverse that we have as a main subject, we might be talking also about people who were running after illusionary happiness, right? A quick happiness, quick satisfactions, right? Not a deep happiness. Might be talking about that also. What comes out here, it is that their driving energy, it is the Queen of Swords in reverse, right? They are very critical, very judgmental, maybe bitter even, cold. Kind of feel that the issue here truly that they have, it is your difference of state of mind. I don't feel that they realize that, in fact, their dissatisfaction is totally a creation of themselves because they are so critical, because they are so judgmental, maybe even cynical about life, right? And here's the thing, right? When people are so critical, judgmental, all those kind of things, right? It is part of their inner dialogue. So they might direct it outside, but it is a reflection of something that happens inside of them. So they might be very much afraid of how other people are judging them, criticizing them. And so they spend their time doing it to others, in fact, right? So this is kind of what it feels with this Queen of Swords here. But people who are, there is here truly, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, we might also be talking about manipulation, even cruelty. It's a very, very cold, judgmental, bitter way of looking at life, right? Here it might be guided towards you, right? And I'm saying that we are talking here about people that are not evaluating, not healing, not doing their inner work. They are just appeasing their inner battles by being critical, right? And I'm saying that because we have here the World card in reverse. People stuck in the cycle. They are not learning their lessons. They are not changing or questioning their beliefs, right? It's kind of they are on autopilot, and the autopilot that they are into, it is a very cold, destructive, bitter autopilot, right? It's truly searching the negativity wherever they can, searching what they can criticize. I'll be talking about people that are very, very much into gossip, talking about other people all the time, and it kind of feels nearly that they are enjoying seeing other people's downfall. And it might even be that they see a downfall where there is no downfall, right? Because they are looking at everything through a very specific lens that is, as said, very cold, very judgmental, very critical, very bitter, all those kind of things, right? So, in the fifth place, we have the Knight of Wands. This is the place of the change, right? So, what it feels to me, I will also take what is under the deck, because I kind of feel that those cards go together. We have the Chariot under the deck, right? So it kind of feels interesting. I just saw something. It feels here that maybe they have become even more critical, more judgmental because of your courage to move forward, the direction that you decided to take in your life. With the Knight of Wands here, you might have decided to take a direction that is very, very different of what they expected, right? If we are talking here about a dysfunctional family, they might even be uncomfortable with who you are, uncomfortable of your courage and the way that you are moving into your life. If we are talking about a dysfunctional family, very often they are afraid of other people's judgment on people of their own family, right? And so they might resent you for your courage. With the Knight of Wands, this is truly somebody who is inspired, creative, fiery, and moving forward with courage, right? But they might resent you because of that. They might resent the lack of stability that they feel that you are bringing into their life. Like, it's none of their business. It has nothing to do with them, but somehow this is how they feel it. You make them feel uncomfortable, not because you are doing something uncomfortable, because they are the worst judge that there is, right? They are just putting you under a magnifying glass and searching what could be criticized, right? So you can always find something, if you are searching, and already if you are looking at a situation, a person, through the lens of searching for what is not okay, already you are projecting on them all kind of things, and you will interpret everything in the worst way possible, right? So I kind of feel that this is what's going on here. But what's very, very interesting, it is that with this Chariot card that we have here, you have a direction. You are guided by the highest, your higher self, guides, ancestors. There is a direction. There is... They might paint you as being totally unstable and like you don't know what you are doing and you are out of control. And in fact, it's absolutely not the case. This Chariot here is saying that there is a clear direction. So maybe it's a direction that they might not understand. And say, so they might be very judgmental. But anyway, they are judgmental. They are searching, right? It's like somebody who will be so afraid of whatever could be said about them, right? That in fact they are not even breathing, they are not talking, they are not doing anything, because all they see, it is what could be criticized about them, right? And they put this on you. And you, being the creative, courageous, moving forward human being that you are, it makes them very angry, right? It kind of feels that they would like you to be a little soldier, right? And that you wouldn't move, that you wouldn't say anything. And maybe that even then, they would find something to criticize, right? Because, as said, we are talking here about people that are not happy, right? And so they are searching, as said, to criticize, to judge. So even if you would have become the perfect person, it wouldn't have changed anything, because their inner dialogue is always working, right? And it is always working on trying to find what is not okay, right? So let's get a little bit deeper into that. I feel like using the classic tarot here. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I am talking about masculines or feminines related to gender-related cards, I am not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy of the card, so please apply it however it applies, and this reading can be past, present, or future. I have to tell you that you know how I shuffle usually, if you have been here already. Here, it was very interesting because all those cards came out at once, right? So there is here truly something about people being in this negative energy, very judgmental, very critical, seeing you being emotionally satisfied, and they are stuck in this cycle, right? Like all of this is very much bonded together. So it kind of feels to me, right, that instead of those people doing the inner work, and as said, we might be talking about dysfunctional family members, it doesn't have to be, right? But instead of doing this inner work, it is much more comfortable for them, right, to be all in your business, right, and criticize you, and it all comes from this place of dissatisfaction that they have inside of them, right? There is the bonding energy here that I feel, because those cards came out all together, right? So let's see here the 10. Yeah, it feels, oh, yeah. It feels that you have understood something. Whoever we are talking about here, you might have been confused for a long time, right? You might have tried to satisfy them in some kind of way, right? But it feels that it was not possible, right? It was not possible. We have here the Seven of Cups in reverse. You gain some kind of clarity regarding the fact that there is never ever something that you will be able to do that would satisfy them. Maybe you understood that they have an issue and that it is not related to you. It might be that you didn't, that you just got tired at the end of the day of always dealing with criticism. And even if it's not criticism, plain criticism, sometimes, you know, it's in the energy. You can feel that there is something there that is uncomfortable, right? That they are always playing the devil's advocate, always trying to that their mind space is so negative and so picky, you know. So yeah, you felt the need to simply move forward, because I kind of feel that you already knew, you know. It kind of feels that you understood here something. We have the World card in the upright, so it kind of feels that you have understood something about them, right? That nothing would change. And that at the end of the day, when you are dealing with a situation where nothing is changing, you just get more and more frustrated, right? And then you have to operate some kind of change. So I kind of feel here that you decided to look the other way. You might have expected something from them that you never saw coming, right? Let me see if you can see all the cards, or if I have a little bit more space, and I have. Yeah, so there is some kind of confusion that lifted, right? Okay. Tell me, give me one more here, please, about this Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it kind of feel that you were totally dedicated to trying to understand them. And I truly feel that we are talking here about family. To be very honest, this is what I feel: family, community. But I feel here truly that you might have tried to see things from their perspective. You might have truly wanted to maintain the connection, right? To get to a place where you truly feel that you are working together. But it feels that there is here some kind of realization, right? With the Seven of Cups in reverse, you are not confused. The illusion, I kind of feel that, I feel that this is the illusion, right? The illusion that one day you will be able to understand one another, have some kind of respect, and build something stable together. There is here something about something that is stable into the future, right? And I feel here that at the end of the day, what you realized, the illusion was broken. You understood here something about the fact that you might never get to this place with them. That maybe they were unable, because of who they are, to build with you a kind of connection where you feel safe, seen, heard, respected, right? Okay, let's see here the Nine of Cups. Tell me the Nine of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. And the Moon in reverse. Listen. Everything here in the place related to you is speaking about you being able to see something, and it kind of feels that it is related to things that were confusing you in the past or hidden, right? There is here something, right, about greed. You were dealing with greed. And when I'm talking about greed, we might be talking about money. We might be talking about also people holding on to you and they not wanting for you to be able to move forward. Them not wanting to have some kind of life of your own, right? A life of your own. It's interesting because we have the Six of Wands here, right? And it reminds me what I said before, that whatever you would do, right, with this energy of the Knight of Wands that you have, here we are talking about someone, you know, they have an idea, they are doing it, they are trying it, they are moving forward, they are courageous. This is the energy of this Knight of Wands. It's truly like, okay, I have this idea, like you are not afraid of failing. Maybe you don't see even failing as failing. Maybe you see, okay, I'm trying, either it works, and if it doesn't work, I will learn something, right? This is the way to live life, truly. It's to be courageous and move forward and try and do. And I kind of feel here we have this Four of Pentacles holding on. There is here something about being greedy, holding on, not letting go, maybe not letting go also of an idea. So if, for example, they decided, whoever we are talking about, that you should have this kind of life path and you are doing something else, right? They don't accept you for who you are. You need to become what they want you to become, right? It's like, for example, a family where everybody is lawyers or doctors, right? And you decided to do something totally different that you are passionate about. You want to be a hairdresser because you love it. You want to be an artist because this is who you are, right? And no, they have decided that you have to be whatever they decided that you have to be, right? Whatever fits the image of the family. We might also be talking, for example, about you know you being deciding not to have children, for example, right? Not to get married, not to have children, all those kind of things, right? And because of that, they will never respect you. Never, right? Because you don't fulfill the role that they gave to you. This is what I kind of feel here, right? So they are holding on to you. And what is happening now, it is that it kind of feel with the moon in reverse, right? I tell you, there is here something very strong about you awakening to something, seeing something, not being confused anymore, right? And it feels here that there is some kind of the word is not war, it's not conflict, it is there is, I will say the word challenge, right? There is here some kind of challenge for them regarding the positions, right? Their position and your position. And you moving forward, being victorious, being supported by other people, it feels that this is their fear, in fact, right? They are nearly fearful of things going well for you because they cannot handle something related to that. So, are they afraid that you will have some kind of power? And so they feel threatened about what you could say about them, maybe, right? Is it that they are in competition with you? Might be too. But here we have the moon in reverse, right? So you seeing something, understanding something that might not have been obvious in the past because it was hidden, right? Okay, anything else here about this Nine of Cups? Yeah, judgment. You see, there is here something about you, your self-love, your self-worth, your self-confidence that happen only the moment that you could put a final judgment on them. When you didn't get lost anymore in their interpretation of you, their judgment, their bitterness, their critics, right? The moment that you could release of that, let go of what they were trying to impose on you, because I kind of feel here that we are talking about people who might tell you very, very disrespectful things, give you unsolicited advice, and when you are telling them, listen, I'm sorry, this is very disrespectful, keep it to yourself, they would say no, and you have to be able to hear everything, and I can tell you whatever I want. You understand those kind of people? This is what we are talking about, right? They don't respect boundaries. They make you feel that you are the problem when you are putting boundaries and telling them this is not okay. You will not talk about me like this or to me like this. You will keep it for yourself. If this is what you think, it's totally fine. I'm not interested to hear, right? They will force you into it. They will force you into it, right? So, everything changed for you, your stability, your self-love, your self-confidence, all of that, right? Everything changes the moment that you finally put a judgment on them, which might have been something that you might have had a hard time to do because you might have been made to be the problem. You might be the scapegoat, right? The black sheep. So you thought that you were the problem, that maybe you were too sensitive, that because your life might look unstable from the outside, right? That you truly were the problem, when in fact, no, here it's there. You are courageous, you are moving forward, you are following. It kind of feels, the difference between, once again, going there. If you were in other readings, then it's the sheep and the goat, right? They need you to be a sheep, right? To do what is expected, what is comfortable, to stay in the lanes, right? And you are not. You are the goat. You are a goat. You are inspired, courageous, fiery, passionate, moving forward. And it makes them very, very uncomfortable. If they could put you in a prison, this is where they would put you, right? In a cage. So it would be comfortable for them, for you to be in this cage, right? And so I guess that they couldn't put you in a cage, so they might have tried to put you in a mental cage. The moment that you awaken to it, it changes everything, right? You are heading towards your victory. They might still be holding on to you energetically, right? It feels here with this Four of Pentacles that there is some kind of idea that they don't want to release, right? So you might even see some kind of victory in your life. Everybody might see that you are happy and you are doing good, and you have the support that you need and everything is fine. They don't want to release the story that they built in their mind, right? It's truly, like, I truly feel here that you are the scapegoat. You need to carry their unhappiness, all their unhappiness, their dissatisfaction. It is always put on you. When you are not doing anything different than living your life for yourself, what you are supposed to do. But because this person or whoever, those people, they are dissatisfied and they need somebody to carry this dissatisfaction, it is always put on you. You are, it's on you. You are the problem. You are always the problem, right? Let's see here the Queen of Swords in reverse. Tell me. Yeah, listen. This is their problem. You moving forward, you being passionate, you being happy, you being courageous, you not being afraid. This is their problem. This is what they are criticizing the most, right? Yeah. And they might also be very much attached to things that happened in the past also, right? Very negative energy. Yeah, they want to block you. They want to block you. I tell you, I truly see people, they will never admit it, right? But if they could put you in a cage, right? This is what they would do. Whatever movement that you are doing that is uncomfortable to them, they will criticize you. They might qualify your courage, your creativity, all those kind of things as mentally unstable, for example, right? For the sole reason that they are unhealed, it makes them unstable, but they are projecting it on you. Yeah, they are not looking at you. They are looking at what they need you to be. And every time that you are going out of the lane, which you are always doing because you are not supposed to be what they want you to be. You are not supposed to be comfortable to them. You are supposed to live your life. And with this one's energy, the Knight of Wands, this is such a fiery energy. This is truly somebody passionate, moving forward, taking risks. And this is what you are meant to do. This is what you are meant to do. And this is what they don't want you to do. Right? They are not looking at you, studying you, accepting you. No, they are just there to block you. Kind of feel, if we are talking about your family, it might be a soul contract, right? Since years and years and years and years, those people that are now your family, since years, I'm saying since years, but we might be talking about lives, right? They are blocking you. They are blocking you, not allowing you to embrace who you are, right? And here, it's what I see here, the two Knight of Wands, I kind of feel that you already came into this life with this fiery energy, this curiosity, this love, this willingness, this all of that, right? But people that are trying to dim your fire all the time. And if it's your family, chances are that this is now it's your option, once again, to break this contract by simply doing you and not listening to whatever they are saying, right? Putting a judgment on the situation. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting that because your life doesn't look the way other people want them to look, that you are the problem. They are the problem. In this scenario, they are the problem. You are supposed to live your life, not the life that's comfortable for them. You are not a prop for them. You are your own soul with your own mission. Right? Okay, let's see here. Is there anything else about this Queen of Swords in reverse? Interesting. The Sun, it came out like this, right? I'm turning it clockwise. But the problem it is, this is unhappiness. This is people that are in their darkness, the unhealed inner child. All their critical thinking, right? Judgmental, bitter, all of this, right? It all comes from them. They being dissatisfied, they being driven by their shadows, unhealed. Yeah. Okay, let's see here the world in reverse. Sadly, I kind of feel that they wanted you to be stuck, but I'm happy that we are starting here with the world. So whatever I'm talking about here, obviously depends of your timeline, of your timeline, but it kind of feels that for you, you have closed this cycle, right? It's over. The contract is over. Let's see here the world in reverse. Yeah, you healed. You are not grieving anymore. Yeah, blocked. Yeah, look. Look what we have here. You are not grieving anymore. It's over. You might have been grieving before because you wanted to feel at home with whoever we are talking about. But it's not the case, right? You understood that we are dealing... it's interesting because it kind of represents who they are, right? There are beautiful things here, but they only put their attention on the negative, right? This is what they are putting their attention on. While you are the kind of looking at the positive and moving with the positive, right? So you are done with that. You are done with that. You blocked this energy. And since you blocked this energy, we have balance here. You are embodying maybe your earth angel energy, right? You are embodying yourself totally. You alchemize this situation in some kind of way, but it truly feels here that it was about blocking their negativity, simply blocking it. You might have thought, that maybe, I can just let them be and let them talk and it doesn't affect me and it doesn't matter, right? And it might work for you, but for most people, it doesn't work, especially if we are talking about family. But in general, it doesn't work. It requires a lot of energy because, there's a difference between we see online, for example, right, that some people that are a public figure, uh, uh, sometimes even through YouTube or whatever, they say how much they are affected by comments of people that they don't even know, right? And some people, they just stop, they stop their career, right? They don't want to be online anymore. They are blocking the comments because it is so hard and it is coming from people that they don't know. They don't know those people. And still it affects them. When it is people that you know, it is worse. So it's not so easy, to have somebody treat you like shit, telling you horrible things, and you just, not reacting. Because sometimes, you want to say to yourself, why should I even react? I'm not listening. I don't want to put energy into that. But then not reacting, it is also kind of tolerating a disrespect, because the real respect there, it is, you are talking that we should apply in our life. Somebody who is talking in a disrespectful way towards you, it doesn't mean that you need to have the support, right? There is a difference between agreeing and disagreeing and being disrespectful. But when somebody is disrespectful, the thing that you are supposed to do, you don't give access to this person, right? And very often when it's family, when it's people of our environment, we allow it, right? So here, the moment that you are blocking that, right, this negative energy, maybe going no contact, right? Maybe totally blocking it, maybe not. Maybe you succeeded to just not absorb it, and then all my respect to you, because very often it still affects you, and it might not even affect you emotionally, like in a self-confidence matter, but it can still affect you, like frustrating you, angering you, dealing with this negativity. I tell you, even if you don't absorb it, it can still affect your energy in some kind of way, right? And it kind of feel that this is exactly what they want, because they want you to stop being so fiery, right? We might also be talking about a friend, in fact, right? Or relationship, whatever. It's just, I'm saying the dysfunctional family, because we have this 10 of Cups in reverse here. Yeah, so the moment that you just didn't allow this energy to come towards you, however you did it, there is the blocking energy, backfiring energy. Understanding that they are stuck in a cycle, right? It has nothing to do with you. You close the cycle. And you alchemize the situation. Okay. Somebody asked me to give a little bit more examples about alchemizing situations. How I alchemized situation. I can tell you here, for example, right? I grew up with a sibling that was cruel, horrible, very controlling, and very critical, and humiliating me. At 10 years old, I had already experienced most of the kind of every kind of emotional abuse that you can imagine, right? The humiliation, the blackmailing, the triggering me all the time, it's like it's living with someone who hates you. There is hate there, truly, right? And so the way that I alchemize it is that the moment that I understood that, becoming an adult hasn't changed this person's perception of me or their heart. They just have uh, changed the image, right? The way. So, yes, as a child, they could beat me up. As an adult, they couldn't do it, right? So this changed, but their heart didn't change. They knew how to put on a mask, and and me, I was hopeful. I wanted to believe in it. Let's be honest. But at a certain moment, I realized, the fact that I grew up with that, with so much, I said, hate, humiliation, control, all of that, right? Today, there is nobody that can tell me anything that would truly, uh, like, I had to think about all those things that I went through, right? Blackmail will never work on me because I was a child. I already had to deal with it, right? Control won't. Humiliation, all those things, they cannot affect me anymore, right? I suffered from them, but I healed from them. And this is how I alchemize the situation. Because I healed from those things, now I am better armed than other people, right? Because some people, they never had to deal with all those things. I had to deal with all those things as a small child already. It continued, right? The control continued, many things continued. I put boundaries, I left the country. One of the main reasons why I left the country, it was because it was either I leave the country or I'm going back to live in a space with this sibling, and it was not possible for me. It was impossible, right? And I was already an adult, and this person was already an adult, but even, so this is alchemizing a situation, healing from that and then understanding what we have learned from those things, right? So let's get into the Knight of Wands here. I kind of feel that in order to alchemize situation, we have to be able to see situation from a bird's eye view, getting out of the feelings, right? Like fear, for example, and see those situations from a bird's eye view, and then you can truly take the right decisions and also see what you gained. See what you gained. What you succeeded to. I didn't gain of the sibling that I had, right? But I gained this experience. I didn't allow this experience to destroy me, right? It prepared me to deal with every kind of evil, every kind of demon in my life. You understand what I mean? Okay, so the Knight of Wands, tell me. It's interesting because we have here the Five of Pentacles, which is a sad card, right? It is kind of being abandoned, being alone, having no help, right? And I kind of feel that what's happening here, it is that the moment that you stop allowing them to betray you, you stop giving any kind of voice inside of you as a reflection of what they were telling you. You stop absorbing whatever they were telling you, right? There is here a total change. There is a transformation happening with the Death card, right? And I feel that they thought that you would be desperate, that you would be in the cold, that you would feel abandoned, but I kind of feel that you always felt abandoned. That the moment that you decided to stop all of that, this is the moment where you stop abandoning yourself. So the abandonment feeling stopped the moment that you said, no, I'm not dealing with that anymore, right? The abandon was before. They always abandon you. They never supported you. But you were abandoning yourself for them. And here it stopped. It kind of also feels here that the moment that you moved on, now we have here the backfiring energy. We have the Five of Pentacles related somehow to you. So I kind of feel that they might feel now in the call, they might feel that they need help. And I feel that they lost it. Tell me. Wow, did you see how, yeah. The Page of Cups in reverse. Listen, they were not supportive of you at all. They might have pretended that it was coming from a caring place. It is not. It is coming from emotional immaturity, right? Emotional immaturity, being insecure. It didn't come out of care for you. It was coming out of... I don't even want to define it, because I kind of feel that there are a few people and you know. Okay, anything else here about the Knight of Wands? But what I like here also, it is that it kind of feels that you don't allow them to agitate you emotionally anymore. Yeah, listen, they are bonded. You see, this is what I'm telling you. You are dealing, whoever we are talking about here, it is someone who wants you to be under them. They want you to be under their control. Sometimes we see the Devil's card, and the people here, they are in a cage. And it's truly what I feel here. They are not operating from a place of care. They are not operating from their heart space. They want you to be miserable. They want you to be in this place where you cannot move forward. You are abandoned. You are depending on them because they need to feel important, right? We had the Six of Wands here. This is what they fear. You being more important than them. And I don't think that you think this way, but they are thinking this way, right? Yeah, listen. They feel miserable now, but it's not your problem. It's not your problem. They feel miserable because there's nothing that they can tell you anymore that will affect you, right? I kind of feel that today, whatever they could tell you, you just see it as a reflection of them, you know? It's immediately bouncing back. You don't absorb it anymore. Yeah, there is here this transformation. Your transformation with the Death card, we are talking about a rebirth, right? You putting an end to something, right? Opened something totally different for you, energetically, right? Yeah. And this is the worst thing that could happen to them. This is what they were trying to dim your whole life, maybe, if we are talking about family. If we are talking about a friend, then in all your relationship, maybe in the beginning there was some kind of love bombing, but afterwards it was all about dimming your light. This is what it was. Killing your passion. Okay, let's go here to closure. Let's go to closure. Tell me, closure. Listen. There is no teamwork there, you know that they have never been a support. I kind of feel here that now you are not... I kind of feel that you might have been a team worker in the past, right? Trying to work with them. Maybe trying to explain them, trying to have their support. They would have never been, right? Because they were hiding something. They were hiding themselves. They were hiding Yeah, they were hiding. There are dark secrets here with the High Priestess in reverse, right? Things that they are not saying out loud, but it is guiding them. Yeah. Lying, stealing, manipulating, cheating, unable to take responsibility and accountability. It is in reverse, so you see it. You know. You know that you are dealing here with people who. With this card, we are talking also about trying to get away with something, right? I kind of feel that they are trying to get away with their unhappiness, right? They are lazy, right? They are lazy because they are unhappy, and instead of turning the mirror to themselves, you became the scapegoat. You are supposed to make them happy while it's not your responsibility at all, but there is nothing that you could do because their lack of happiness is related to something that is inside of them. There is nothing external that could truly make them happy. Maybe a quick happiness, an hour, 5 minutes. The desire of something can make them happy for some time. The expectation until they get whatever they wanted and then it's going down, right? So yeah, they are trying to get away with doing the work, right? Doing the work in order to truly be happy, and they are getting away with it by putting it all on you. The drama of their life, it is you. You haven't asked anything, you are not doing anything, but this is what it is, right? Yeah, you refuse the conflict, you refuse to compete anymore, and it is a real burden for them. A real burden because they are stuck. They are stuck in this mentality, right? Yeah, you took back the lead of your life. I'm very happy. They are totally lost. Yeah, the smear campaign card. I'm not surprised. You might feel that you need to protect yourself. Protect your privacy, protect what you know. I kind of feel that you could always feel that whatever criticism they had towards you, you might have they might have said the same things that are totally projections and lies, right? They might have said it all over to other people. I remember that I put in I made a quote for my Instagram, and it was like something like the difference between you and me is that you don't want me to talk. It was, I don't want you to talk because I know that whatever you will say will be lies. Whatever, you don't want me to talk because you are afraid because what I'm saying is the truth. This is the difference between us. Here's the difference between us. You don't want me to talk because I'm talking the truth. I don't want you to talk because you are just talking lies, right? And I kind of feel that it's truly here what happened. The smear campaign, I kind of feel that if we are talking about family, it's all your life. You have always been painted as the problematic one. If it's in a relationship, the moment that the person started to feel that something about you, your fire, your independence, your passion, your something was bothering them, they started with the smear campaign. If it's a friend, it might be years and years and years. So listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was inspiring, maybe even healing. I want to say, if not entertaining, I don't know how entertaining this could have truly been. Sending you a lot of love, a lot of good vibes, a lot of healing vibes if you need them. Wishing you a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you in the comments. And the issue is repaired for the comments, right? Bye.